Whoops, right there. There you go. We're back on, guys. There we go. We got it. We got it. Sorry about that, guys. I'm dealing with several things. Number one, me. That's the number one thing. No excuses. So we got the sound on now. Sorry about that. Just been getting the fire going. Thank you, Stickman, for coming on in. Appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear okay, guys. Yay, sound right, Crit. Kim, that's awesome. Yeah. Good. Yeah, good. It's I had a speaker hooked up, came in, it went black, as you guys know, and then it turned off my speaker. So my microphone. So now we're all good. Good. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to lift us over to the chair, and I'm going to point this toward the chair and me, and just move it around a little bit. 1 second. Got another deal here. Hope you're all doing well. Just wanted to do an hour or so of bourbon, cigar, and chat. And chat. Let's see how it goes. Let's see. There we go. Let me get this out of the way. What the hell am I doing? Johnny, what are you doing? Are you this bad on camera? You're terrible. There we go. There we go. Oh, guys. Hey, Huck. Good seeing you, Huck. When you get back on here and say hi to everyone. Derby Jack, welcome. We got a campfire here. We're overlooking. I don't know if you can see necessarily, guys. This is where we're going to be looking into a sunset here in a little bit. The sun is just a fireball over the horizon, and I'm thrilled to have you guys here. I decided that who doesn't like a campfire, right? Who doesn't like a? Yeah, blessings to you too, Derby Jack. Thank you so much. Jefferson Einstein. So I'm going to put some bourbon in a glass, guys. Got to keep the fire low tonight because we have a little bit of wind. It seemed to settle down in the last 5 minutes. We've got some Four Roses bourbon. My glass. Some ice. We've got a cigar right here. A Rosa Cuba. Rosa Cuba. And I'm excited that you're here joining me, guys. Let me see here. Hey, Mijas. Thank you for coming on in. I know where you come from. You come from Ekim. Yeah, it's awesome, guys. What a brilliant night out here. It's going to get a little chilly last night. It was a little bit chilly. I don't really drink that much, guys. This is kind of like my first bourbon in months, I think. And I really don't have a lot of use for it. See it harming too many people. John Wiggs, welcome. Thanks for coming on in. Yeah, no, so we're going to have a little fire tonight. We're going to have some dialogue here, hopefully. We got a good group of people in here. I'm operating 1 beer, 1 scotch, and yes. So I got to light my cigar, guys. I'm really excited. I was trying to lay down and go to sleep. Then, of course, everyone started calling me, and from the family. Then I got some messages from some wonderful people. And so I decided I was going to come live tonight and do, just kind of do a campfire deal. Maybe for an hour until we get the sunset, and then let y'all go. Not a lot of people. When I was in the city, I worked for an organization, and they had the ghetto, right? It was the tough part of town. It was the number one death spot in a major city. No one ever attacked me. I was shot at. Was handed a dead baby that I was supposed to resuscitate. I was giving money out to people all the time because I felt so blessed to be in the position I was in. And, trying to make it different. It's so massive, guys. But one of the weird things No, it's not wild turkey. I don't drink wild turkey. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Ashley, great seeing you. Face of the Ace, how you doing? That's awesome, Face of the Ace. Thank you. Lulu Bell, thank you for coming on in. Guys, a share out helps a lot. We're getting some share out. Hey, Super Dave, much love to you too. But when I had one of the major housing projects, guys, that was part of where I was at, and it was the number one death place, right? Number one. I had no fear. I just got out of my car in the middle of what you would consider, I'm not getting there, right? I set my stuff down, I took my time, I acted with purpose and confidence. I acknowledged everyone around me and made small talk. I walked right in, never had a problem. Never had a problem. Ever had a problem. But those people in the ghetto, in the slums, in the high death rates, in the housing projects, oh, sorry to hear that, Indiana Chris. I was hoping I was coming across. I have a microphone. I just got another microphone. So it's not coming through at all? 1 second. I'm going to go black. All right. The reason why I put it on tonight. And I got into a discussion with some people at, oh, good, good. Thanks, Lulubelle. I got into a discussion with some of the people in several of the offices, and I said, so how come there's such a misunderstanding? They said, because we don't get anywhere. We live here. We don't have any money, so we don't go anywhere. So the idea was, in the discussions, I discovered that Bane Bear, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Huckleberry, thank you. Aileen, awesome having you here. Same with you, all that fluff. I just call you fluff. But they, in the people I talked to one day, no one had seen a cow. No one had seen a cow. Think about this. They had not seen a farm. They had never seen a farm other than a book. None of them had seen a campfire. They'd seen a fire. They'd never been camping or seen a campfire or knew what you cooked on it. They might have heard of a marshmallow, but they didn't know what it was about. Kim's great having you here. Anyway, one of the things, that was really interesting to me, I was the only white boy for, a good distance. One of the things interesting was the lack of any events, right? The lack of any events that it is fluff. It really is. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, I'll break the story up here. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Now, this is a fireball. I'm going to see if I can get the fireball out, and so you can see it's almost impossible, guys. There's a massive valley that fireball is hiding. That fireball is about to go over the ridge of about 15, 20 miles out, guys. And because of that, it's going to be spectacular. We're going to be able to watch it go down today. I'm overlooking a valley. I don't know. I'm on top of one of the lesser mountains in the area. But you see so many things out here, right? It's amazing to watch the wildlife out here. It's truly, it's truly impressive out here. The type of wildlife, mountain lions, bobcats, bears, you name it, right? Aileen, so great having you in here. I'm glad you could find a minute. I know you are terribly, terribly busy. You know, I know you are busy and you got a lot going on. Now I'm going to try to tilt. There we go. So we're going to be able to see the sunset here, guys. Hema, how you doing? Um, uh, Hey, is Austin in here? I've seen guys. I have to apologize because StreamYard is not streaming; it's actually chunking information at me. Let me look back here. It's Austin. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. Let me go back a little bit, Austin. I appreciate you being in here. How's that little precious bundle doing? Hema, awesome having you here. John, thanks for coming. Let me see here. So we're going to see a sunset. It's probably about 5 minutes, 10 minutes away, guys, and then you'll be able to see a lot better over the horizon. Then you'll be able to, yeah, it's gorgeous out there, guys. It's beautiful out here, and I wish I could give you, you know, the cameras are as good as they are today. They're really not that. They can't really do what you want them to, and that's give you perspective of the beauty. I was lucky enough to get this campsite two weeks ago, and it usually takes a month or two. Someone must have backed out. But you know, it's gorgeous. You can see the sun setting now, and you're going to see it set. So you're going to notice in the front scene, guys, right about here, that it turns into grids, and it turns into houses, a city, and country right here. And you can watch that fireball go under, which is amazing, guys, because it's gonna reveal what's in front of you that you couldn't see before, because it looked like a little bump, a berm, and it's actually not. Thank you, Piggy. Thank you, Fluff. It is so beautiful here today. It is amazing. I would love to turn on my stereo, guys, and play some Frank Sinatra, play some Cars, play some blues. I just can't because it'll get taken down. We know how that all is. 5 pounds, 1 point. Oh, little bundle. That's so good to hear. So good to hear. I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. Guys, if you want to know more about Austin's baby, you can go to his community page. She didn't eat much from the bottle, mostly tube fed. She's exhausted, but she's gained a little more weight. That's all we're looking for. We're looking for small gains, but good gains, right? We're moving forward. That's what we're looking for, moving forward. And that means health, and that means that they're getting stronger and ready for things that are coming. So that's awesome. It's amazing. That's amazing. That fishing channel. Thank you for coming on in. You can see the ball of fire is going down. You can see in the front right here now, guys. Right here. You're starting to see cityscape, which is beautiful at night. You'll hear cars. You'll hear life down there. Not too much from up here, but you do hear it. You know, it's amazing how far sound travels when you don't have big leafed trees, when you don't have a forest. It travels for 100 miles sometimes. I imagine 100 miles. Oh, look at that ball. Now, what you can't see, guys, is there is a ball of fire. It's a distinct ball. You see a reflective ball, right? You see a big blur. And that's not what it is. It is a fire, just a specific fireball. It just started moving down, guys. So you're now starting to see the cityscape. Carol, thank you for coming in. Yeah, it is. It is. We are in one of the reservoirs. That's all I'm going to say. This is quickly as I. That's as specific as I get. Just because of I don't want to overexpose the place. It's amazing to me that it even exists. Huckleberry, great seeing you. Nez, I love having you on here. Thank you. Kim, yeah, praise the Lord is right. God is always great, and He always blesses us. Now, that sun is probably halfway down. What you're seeing now is just the remnants of the camera being able to pick up whatever it can sense. It's a shame. Let me see here. Let me see if I can get the sensors. Let me see here. Can I get that better? I don't know. One second, guys. I'm trying to see if I can get the sensors to pick up the fireball. And it just it's dropped behind. So what you're seeing now, that's what happened. It dropped behind the mountain. See, it's going. So you're now going to be able to see the city lights come up. I want to get the fireplace back in here. So you notice how bright it got, right? It got bright. You're seeing the cityscape now. And we're probably a good few hundred feet, 500 feet up from where you're looking down there. So it's really kind of cool. It's really kind of cool. But it is a blessing. He's doing so much better. Great seeing you, Carol. Thank you very much for coming on in. We got 19 in the house. Don't feel obligated to stay, guys. I just wanted to provide a place for everyone to come in that fishing channel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aileen. Hey, Tanya, thank you for coming in. We're having a little fire here tonight. We just watched the sun go down. Let's see if I can get a better angle on this thing here. It's really hard because I got one of these. Let me see here. Oh, that's how come. There we go. And there we go. Perfect. There we go. Now, that might give you, still pretty bright over there, amazingly enough. I don't know why over the horizon it's so bright, but it is. Now I'm going to throw on some more wood, guys. Got to keep it down tonight. There's just a slight breeze, and I didn't have a fire last night because it was the breeze was too heavy into the night. I didn't feel safe, and we think about everyone else here other than ourselves when we have to worry about fires. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, that these fires, when they start going in California, they go at about a football field a second if there's wind blowing. They have their own weather system. There's tornadoes, there's drops in pressure and everything. And you get to actually see these planes come in and dive and pick up water. And, they hover across our pool sometimes, which is pretty interesting when you consider that they can do it and it's totally legal. But we have a larger pool, and that's probably how come. They're going into lakes and all that, and they're just spotting sources of water. Don, Relic Reaper, thank you so much for coming on in. Tonight's kind of a celebration that Austin's daughter is doing better, and we just cannot be thankful enough for that. It's just a blessing. Great seeing you too, Tanya. Guys, Relic Reaper, someone would drop the link, one of the moderators. Relic Reaper is a good friend, real soft-spoken guy, just a gentleman, and he does metal detection, and he's just a great guy. He's part of the metal detecting community, and he's just a great person to have with you. Thanks for coming on in. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're in Southern California. We're in the greater San Diego area, which encompasses I'll give it about 100 miles, right? There's a lot of reservoirs. There's a lot of lakes. There's a lot of campgrounds, mostly reservoirs, right? So it's Southern California. When you go up into the mountains, there's equally beautiful spots, guys. It's amazing. In this, I've got to get some systems checked out. Hey, TGIF, welcome. I've got to get some systems checked out here. So I've got should have be off-grid sustainable with my solar system I have here, with my water, with my sewage, and battery power and gas. I should be self-sustainable for 7 days without anything. It's not true. So I've got to figure out what's going on with my power system. It's failing. I think it's just old, guys, and I might have to replace it, which means, it's big money. So there's a lot of options today. There's more options than there were before, so we'll be looking at that. Thank you all so much. I'm trying to keep up with chat. Tales Told in the Dark, welcome. Today we're watching a fire. We watched the sun go down. We're in Southern California by the Mexico border. And you could see people, maybe in some of the areas around here, you can see them walking across fields. Yeah, it is a beautiful sky. It's a lovely sky. Austin, it's just been a pleasure getting to know you, and you meet people every once in a while that have some significance on YouTube, right? It's not everyone. You meet a lot of people on YouTube, but you meet significant people that you really appreciate. And one of those blessings is that they come from where? God put you in those situations, right? It's always about being put in a situation. Let me see. Nick, I'm the noise operator. Nick and I go way back. We go back to when I had 10 followers, I think. Sonny. Yes. So back to the story. I was telling a story about the ghetto where I was, and I learned a lot of things there about street smarts. And number one, you go to the ghetto when it's cold, rainy, exhaustingly hot, humid, miserable, or snowy. Why? Because the hoods, the bad element doesn't want that. They're going to stay in on those days. So that's when you go. If there's no one on the street, you disappear because something happened. There's a reason there's no one on the street on a nice day. I mean, I remember walking into a place and the person goes, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "What do you mean?" They said, "You need to go." And I said, "Why?" And they told me, walked outside with me, said, "Notice anyone here?" I said, "No." "That means you shouldn't be here." I said, "Okay, thank you very much." And she goes, "We'll talk next week." And it was a female surgeon, by the way, guys. And we were good friends. It's great seeing you here. It's very sweet, Austin. Thank you. Guys, when you can meet a ton of people on YouTube, and it's kind of, for me, I turn it on when I want to share a few experiences, and tonight there's a lot of lives going on. Feel free to go off to those. I'm going to keep this thing on for, I imagine, I got the sunset already and the fire on. I couldn't even imagine I got them that quickly. Good. We'll get to that. We'll get to that too today. I'll have to make a run over there. Yeah, you'll Tanya, you'll really, I can't click on your link for some reason, but you'll really like Austin. There's no mincing words. Hey, Randy, how you doing, bud? We're just shooting the bull. I'm just sitting in front of the campfire. I wanted to smoke a cigar and just chat with people that are around. And hey, that's a good cigar. We got 11 people in here. Thank you very much. Guys, if you need to go somewhere, please feel free to. This is kind of the hangout lounge. Nothing really spectacular coming in. We're just chilling and hopefully having some, just looking at the fire and just kind of relaxing a little bit. It's been a long week. I want to tell you, I'm pretty lucky. I have a 4 10 hour days I work. and I was asking for 12, but they couldn't give them to me. That's really tough stuff. Really tough stuff. Anyway, long story short, is um, I have 3 days a week to do stuff. One, the first day you catch up on sleep, so you really don't have a day off. You have part of a day off, and it's okay because you get to do stuff on that day, so it's really not bad. But the reason I like going out camping on these 3 days is I did it because I wanted to go camping. I wanted to go camping twice a month. And I haven't been able to do that as much as I wanted to because we had so much transition. We've had so much blessing. We have life, right? Which is part of the reason, you know, that things don't always turn out quickly the way you want to, right? Um, uh, well, guys, if I've lost in the last 2 nights, I've lost 20 people. I think I'm ballparking. YouTube is going through and cleansing stuff, according to me. And I don't really worry about numbers anyway. I'm past that. I'm just done with following and all that, unless I find someone I really like. I have no problem following people. I just don't follow people just to follow. I just want to make sure I got the right people. Yeah, that's really good to have. That's really good to have. Uh, Randy does too. I'm hazmat as well. No, actually, Rick, I'm not. I turned this on about, I don't know, 35 minutes ago. We got 11 people in here just chilling out. Feel free to take off if you got to, guys. Um, I was trying to lay down and get some sleep. This week has been very taxing because of events, life, right? And so I tried to catch up on sleep. I did last night a little bit. I did a little bit. I did get a few winks today, but um, I figured everyone else's week went really fast this week too, with all the things that are going on in life, plus all the things you don't have a manual for, right? Like kids, uh, work, family, unexplained or unexpected events. You just this week was just a long week, and so I'm really pleased. John P, thanks for coming on in. I was just really pleased to be able to um, to come out here and chill, um, and take it easy. Um, I'm very fortunate to be able to do this. There he is, old guy. Hey, yeah, sorry. I'll hit it up later. Um, I normally try to get to the stream, except these last two. I made it last week. I want to tell you, guys, old guy in Colorado is great. And the only reason I'm on here is because tomorrow I doubt I'll be able to do it, old guy. So I decided to turn on my deal and come on in here. But I will hit your stream up because you know how much I enjoy it. He does a live stream today, guys, and I was trying to take a nap the whole time, trying to catch up on sleep. Thank you, old guy. Someone would share his link out too. That'd be great. Carol, it's okay. Um, it's okay to let go eventually. Um, I am going to get licensed in a few things that I've never been licensed in before to keep my mind going. Right? They have nothing to do. Like, if you had asked me, what do I want to do? Is jobs. Well, I want to work on old cars and like in a place like Kindigit or a custom shop. I have zero skills, but I have a lot of metalworking. I have a lot of uh, well, good welding, um, but nothing technical or up to today's standards. But I would like to be able to do that. I would like to be able to do that. And that's one of the things that I want to get licensed in because it keeps my mind fresh, right? I really feel it's important to keep yourself. It's gorgeous. guys. It's absolutely gorgeous. I wish I could get you a better, a better. Wait a second here, guys. I'm trying to get you. It just, it's not representing what I'm seeing, uh, which is probably due to the light change right now, guys. It's just starting to get dark, so you're going to see the city lights come on. I just started to see them come on now. It's awesome, Austin. Ah, hey guys, could I ask you? He's 25 subs away. You'll never regret it. I guarantee you that. That's my word. We got 18 people in here. Please watch a short or two. He has some shorts. Watch the full short if you would. Give a thumbs up and a comment. And then subscribe afterwards. I have a 99% stick rate on watching 2 complete shorts. Thumb up, comment. Watch another one, thumb up, comment, and then subscribe. 99% effective. You don't have to watch a video anymore. So let's help old guy in Colorado. If someone could share his link, that'd be great. I think you're a mod, so they could probably click on you. Yeah, it was a beautiful day here, guys. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to check that out. Let me get down here a little bit. I think that's true with a lot of things, but I think what you forget are the hardest thing to recognize when you retire is that your skill set is past, and then a new set of skills is come into play for that. Um, I was I consider myself a ferocious competitor, like cutthroat, right? And in a number of areas. But with the skill sets required today, it's just different. It's just different, guys. And I don't have any regrets for it. Let's go. There you go. There we go. Yeah, old guy in Colorado. We'll get you up there, bud, man. And I think your AAP family too, and AAP is awesome. They'll help you too. I saw you in there the other day. Yeah, he is. He really is. Face the Ace. He really is a great guy. He has quirky sense of humor, right? And so do I. I appreciate that because one of the things you have to understand that makes a good channel is that you're not going there for milk toast. You're going there for the originality of the host. And what you don't realize is he has the old guy in Colorado channel. But what you also don't know, old guy, can you drop? I think you're a mod here. Can you drop your radio channel? Um, I said to him when I got done listening to this thing, it was really well done. I said this took a lot of work. So he does an old time radio show. I'm a big fan of that stuff. TGIF. It's not like I listen to it every day, guys, but I mean, I really remember seeking out the recordings for these old shows just so I could hear the old genius of these artists that did these old radio shows. It was amazing. Thank you very much, old guy. Thank you very much, old guy. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll get you up there. Again, we're focusing, guys, tonight. If we can get to old guy in Colorado, he needs, I don't know how many he needs, 20 or something like that. Your birthday. Yeah, I don't have many other skills. Certainly not personality. Thank you, TGIF. I appreciate it. My family takes care of the family. It's amazing. It's amazing. 23 away, old guy in Colorado. So let's try to get him to. No, you don't have to thank me. It's your channel that I like. And you know, guys, I go to people's channel not to see fishing. I go to see the person, right? Because you like the person. It's really true. Um, it's really, really true. You go to watch the person. Mike said that today earlier, and I thought about it. He goes, I think that's right. You go to see the person because um, uh, they have a connection with you. And if not, then you go. Sometimes you go anyway, and you just watch, and you're like, okay, could have been better, it could have been worse, right? I just feel like there's so much going on with YouTube right now. It makes it very hard to. Yep, absolutely. Thank you. Um, and Nez is just going to hit me up. She's going to bash me no matter what. That's just how we work. That's how we roll. Oh, 6 years old. Boy, what a great age. I remember when my kids, an old guy, I think you have one or two kids, don't you? I thought you did. I thought I heard you mention that one time. You don't really talk about it that much. Uh, congratulations. Six on Halloween. That's good. What a well, you did. And that was my good. That's exactly what I wanted you to recognize with hey Scoops piano covers. That's exactly what I wanted to recognize, old guy. Um, was that the amount of work, and you could not have done it without a group of people. I'm just curious how that all came about because it's to find people that want to do it, one, and to find the people that have the time to do it, two, and then the worst one, the three, is the impossible, and finding people that actually keep their word and do it, because life is first, right? Then YouTube um, is amazing, right? And you were supported so well. Anyway, what you said in your statement was exactly what I was recognizing. It was the whole shot. Uh, to put together something like this requires now. I don't know if you know Scully, House of Thrillers, old guy. Now Scully's a scallywag, certainly, um, but Scully does his stories, and he does the artwork that goes along with the music that goes along with the stories, and he sells books and all this stuff. Anyway, very similar to what you're doing, and he also has casts for readings for his stories. And Nez Lover, if you get involved with Nez Lover and Scully, uh, you'll understand there's a whole different category of people that aren't going to these mainstreams, these main channels, because that's not what they do. And you'll be able to find more people that will come to your channel for that purpose. Anyway, Scully is a great channel, and I just appreciate. I try to go in there and crack them up once, and it sometimes I fail miserably, but when I do, it's always fun. 205 Wild Action, another guy I really like. I was watching him fish the other day, and I think he caught a few sunfish, nothing fish, right? But it was so fun watching him catch them because he was talking to the camera, and he's this big, strong dude, man. He's a big guy. Yeah, I don't know how tall he is, but he's a big guy. And uh, and when I mean that, I don't mean you know, a fat guy. I mean like a muscular. I would assume him to be very strong and, you know, very strong. He's catching sunfish, and he was just his chat and his banter were great. I just loved being in it, and I thought about that chat on why I liked it so much the other day, and I can't tell you. It was him. It was him. That's the only thing I could come up with. Um, uh, it was his personality. It was the group of people that was in there. And one of the things that I find really exciting, and I think Nez does, I think Scully does, I think Old Guy in Colorado does, are when you start to see your people meeting the people, and they start to go to the greater community because they're starting to get friends within the community, and then those different communities meet your people. That's the only thing that's fun about this, right? Because YouTube and finding time to create content is either something that you really love to do. Like if you're a story writer like Scully, I don't know how he has time to do it, but he does it. I don't know how old guy in Colorado has time to do it. Just don't have a clue. But they do, and they do that. You know, Nez is on another level. She does art and stuff, and then she does readings. Yeah, you know, I left because of some dopes, and they turned out to show everyone who they were, and now they have to find. They can't build a family. It's amazing. There's like 6 people. It's all right. Yeah, I missed it when I was gone, and I saw a few things when I was gone that kind of told me I should come back. And I think God led me back because of how silly the buffoonery was. It's just buffoonery, guys. Yeah, yeah, and you know, uh, here's why, like Daz, um, in Scotland, um, he fishes. He rarely catches stuff on a lot of his major. He has to go to the ports and he has to go to the fishing places. But when he goes to the lakes and stuff, all the locals come in, meaning his regular guys, 205, right? And they have a similar environment to you. It's all the locals. And that's what I liked about it. It was the banter, but it was really good 205 wild action. And I've never been on your live stream. I just cannot tell you how much. See, when you, I don't know what anyone in chat feels like, but um, when you go and you're impacted by a chat, and this is not a major channel, guys. This is like, he's not 10,000 people, 100,000. He's a guy who does this for fun. But when you go in and you feel so welcome and you feel so involved with the channel, uh, and so part of the channel because of the group in there, that's something that you need to remember what it was, because if it impacts you, it's going to impact other people. And if you could take something away, hopefully you can. It was his banter, it was everything else, but it was him. It was his personality, and that's why everyone was in there all the time. Scoop's piano covers. I want to thank you for coming on in. Um, it means a lot that you're back. Number one, it means a lot that you're back. Two, it means a lot that you came in here for the second time since you're back, and I haven't seen you anywhere else. That means a lot. Um, I need you to stay connected with my channel because I know you've been bullied on here, and it's not allowed here. You're safe. You will always be safe. Stay with the family, and you'll be safe. All right, and you don't have to worry about pressing anyone here. These are just normal people with normal lives, just like you. There you go. Great, 205. Appreciate it. Southern Belle, Miss Southern Belle is guys. This lady is. She has her family's totally different than mine. Plus or minus some, right? But I want to tell you, her family is like rock. You can't chisel away at them. They're just there. They are 100% Miss Southern Belle. I see her everywhere. She's so involved. And um, just because you don't have the same families, guys, doesn't mean a lot, right? Because you have different interests. And you find that certain people just inclinate to certain people and certain people others. And I can't tell you what it is, guys. It's human nature, and who knows what that is. But Miss Southern Belle's channel, when she gets on, when I see her go live, because I never get anyone's alerts anymore, guys, hardly at all. Um, it's a because you go in there and I meet, I bet you 99% of the people I don't know, and then I'll meet, you know, because she has like 20 people in there. It's pretty good run. She has a pretty good group, and real solid base. That's what you want. That's why you know she's a good creator. But anyway, it's great seeing you in here. Yeah, I'm going to do some more hot peppers tomorrow, by the way, guys. Man, I want to tell you, I had two instances where I thought I was going to get calf cramps today because I didn't prep. I ended up not getting that. I did not get that. Um, well, I took off for about 3 months, and then I saw something that the people that attack me, no one likes them. No one likes them. They think they do because they think they're really special people, but no one likes them. And the people that like them are the people you don't need to be around. And everyone's abandoned them in the community, the greater community, except for maybe some rarities. But what it comes to is I saw a few things, and it came back to me just saying, listen, these guys are nothing, but they're nothing. They're nothing. They think they're something. They're not who they portrayed. And everyone knows who they are now. And I read a quote today, guys, and this is true. People that are going to attack you, just shut up and let them attack you because they're destroying themselves at the same time. And you're going to come out fine. They'll come out destroyed. It's absolutely the case. They destroyed themselves. And they're never going to make it back into the community. They can talk their way in. They can eat their way. They can do a few things. They might be able to get some attention. But sooner or later, they're going to go back to being themselves again. And it's never going to fly. People don't like that stuff. Oh, I don't know if I'm super. Yes, I do, Scully. I do like the emoji. Uh, I thought it was pretty creative, actually. For you, it's probably moderately creative. For me, that would have taken my entire life. Thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate that, Scully. Uh, oh, good. Good, John. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. We're just chatting. Hey, no, that's okay, Brenda. That's okay, Brenda. I'm appreciative when you come in and say hi. Take off, do what you got to do. It's life. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you even trying to come in. I know there's another live going on which you attend. I saw him go live as soon as it is it's Backwoods Misfit, guys. Steve on Backwoods Misfit. Hey, Brenda, would you share his link if people want to go there and hop onto his live as well? He's a great guy. I've been friends with him forever. And I saw him after I went live. Well, you should see the sky, guys. Do you see the sky? It is fire red across the entire rim. It is amazing. It's amazing. It's 15 shades of pink and red. It's amazing. Brenda, thanks for coming on in. Well, one of the things I honestly, uh, guys, I don't know what you all think. I consider myself a loner, right? That's not normal. That's not, I don't need anyone's approval for anything. I don't need my friends' approval to do stuff. I'm going to do whatever the hell I'm going to do. And so is each one of us. We're going to do whatever the hell we want to do. And if our friends agree with it, that's okay. If not, that's my decision, right? That's why I think it's a characteristic of strong people. It's not normal. And I think it's not normal. But those qualities that you communicate outward are part of what attracts people to you because they know that you're strong and that you don't need other people's approval. You've been there, done it, and you don't celebrate the wins in front of anyone else. You just kind of you go and like you celebrate the good wins, right? Like your birthdays, like your if you're trying for a certain goal and you hit it, that's what you aim for, guys. Thanks for being here, Facey Ace. Thanks for sticking with us, John. It's awesome. Adrian, good seeing you. I'm trying to catch up, guys. I'm just yapping tonight. I hope you don't mind. It was funny. Adrian, you should try to get into Nez. I think I've seen you in there a few times. But I was in Nez's channel. She goes, Johnny, are you making that up? I said, yeah, it's a complete fabricated lie. Now, she wasn't expected that because her and I go back and forth on her chats all the time. And one of the joys of having that banter is that you know what's coming, right? You say something and you know what's coming because you're just feeding the fire. You're poking the bear, right? You're poking the bear. So when I said that, and no, I said it's completely made up. It's a fabricated lie, and the whole chat started pouncing on me. It was great. I loved it. Great seeing you, Adrian. We've got some great people, Miss Southern Belle. I think I I don't know, Miss Southern Belle. I don't know if you agree with this. I think each of our families has great people in it, but trying to get those great people to expand themselves and look outwardly, including myself, by the way. So I'm not finding fault with anyone. Is really hard because of several factors. Number one, they don't have the time. Number two, they don't have the interest level. They're set in their ways, or they just don't. They just don't want to go through the hassle of getting to know that many more people, right? And it takes a while. You just have to. It takes a while. It's okay. I think it should be that way. If it wasn't that way, we'd all be running from channel to channel. I think there's some value to that. I love seeing Scooby in here. Kim, thanks so much. Well, guys, I don't know about you, but oh, dude, Doug's is in here. I don't know about you, but I relish being alone. My wife, went to some sporting events with the kids, and she has work to do today, right? Uh, this is not her work day, but she works. She's like incredibly good, and so she calls me out of the blue. How you doing? Right? This kind of out of the blue shocked me. Actually, she's so independent. But it was great. It was great. But we're very independent people, and it's. I think it's. If both of you are independent, it works. If one of you is dependent, then it doesn't so much work. Let me see here. Duggar, how are you, my friend? It's great having you in here. Duggar, if Duggar and I grew up together, we'd be in jail. I have the feeling, and prison. And I want to clarify: there are certain people you meet, we'd probably get put in prison for laughing, for overstaying our welcome at a bar, um, for drinking too much coffee in an establishment, putting them out of business. There's stuff like that. But I enjoy Duggar's company so much. And one of the cool things, he doesn't care about much of anything. Um, and I really relish that. The older you get, the more you've got to focus what you're passionate about and your energy on the things that you like and not worry about all the other rubbish. Duggar is a 24-hour, 7-day a week, 365-day icon to me, to a guy who's living how he wants to live, doing what he wants to do, and for the reasons he feels are important. Screw everything else. And he's just an awesome dude. Um, he's one of the guys, and Wiggs can attest to this. You can go into a panel with him, right? You can go into a panel and you can get into a conversation. Everyone's fighting for time or whatever on a lot of panels. Um, and Doug's will just sit there until there's quiet, and then he'll just say something. And it's always good. It's always funny. It's always good, or it's always a truth bomb, right? But when you put Doug on a panel with, like, say, Wiggs, myself, Wendy, you can have a conversation that's amazing about things that normally wouldn't come up. And it's the reason why everyone's comfortable in who they are. So no one needs to stand out. It's just a conversation among people. And everyone else is just blessed to be asking questions and stuff because they're enjoying it. And that's one of the things about Doug's. He just has this naturally um, uh, endearing quality of being kind and truthful. I just love that. Okay, guys, our goal here is someone would share the link to the old guy in Colorado. Thank you, Scully. And guys, I met Scully by crazy. Let me go back to this other thing first. Old guy in Colorado. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers. Watch 2 shorts fully. Give a thumbs up. Give a comment. I don't care if you say, "I burp on Sundays." Doesn't matter. And then hit subscribe. That's all you need to do. You need to watch 2 full shorts, leave a comment and a thumbs up, and then subscribe. It's 99.9% effective. And then he can comment back, and you'll be subscribed. Look at that sky, guys. Look at the cityscape coming out. It's amazing. Kim, I appreciate you so much. Let me get back up. This it's really weird what this is doing here, guys. I got to get back. Okay, here we are. Question: are we ready for Halloween? Is anyone? I didn't get anyone to come to my door. We live in a really nice place. Very blessed, right? We live in a very nice area. But the nice area doesn't have any streetlights. The nice area has people driving around these windy, mountainous. Not where you take your children. So I'm going to buy candy, which will be hard to make sure it makes it to Halloween. And I don't know if I'm going to have a costume this year, but I think our house is going to be ready for Halloween because all of our decorations are up. So the question from Miss Southern Belle is, are you ready for Halloween? Yeah, guys, what Nez didn't tell you was last night on her live, Nez is full of energy, right? She is a very strong woman, right? She just like her personality is very strong, very big personality. And she was sick last night. And you could tell she was still had her live, still had the group in there. And we got onto the topic of sock puppets. And I just totally lost my shit. I did. I lost my shit. And if for whatever it means, guys. Um, Nez was very sick, very tired, and I asked her tonight if she's going to go on because I was going to do a raid of her channel, but not. If someone would put Old Guy in Colorado's link up, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, she was under the weather. I do love picking on you. You're ready for Hayden. Oh yeah. What is it? Help me understand that. I'm curious. This was great to hear. Great to hear. Well, Scully, it is, and I heard my parents. My parents are both alive, right? My parents are both alive, and my mom and dad said we've already lived life once. We don't want to live it again. We've already had our kids. We don't want to have any more. It was like we've done this cycle, and I don't believe this is the end of our life. I believe this is a continuum. I don't believe my wisdom has come from one life. I believe it's come from other lives, right? I don't believe if I told you some of the stories in one night, I may. Um, I have multiple instances of 1 in 8 billion people meeting them in places that I travel halfway around the globe, right? It's impossible. It doesn't happen, guys. It does not happen. And I believe that because we feel like we're complete in this cycle, I believe that means we're ready for the next one, right? And whether it be heaven or hell or whatever spirituality or whatever next you have, I believe it's a continuum from the past. I really believe that. And Face the Ace says he is ready for. No, dude, that's okay. It's okay. Face the Ace says that he is ready for Halloween, and I'm going to ask why Face the Ace. The famous alien is right. Well, that's the question. That's the question, Scully. And, our demons, when we put our heads down on our pillows at night, can be demons, or we can have cheerleaders, right? We need to figure a way to move those old parts, the old inside. And what does that mean? That's a big question. That is a question I'd love to discuss, right? Because that is a big question. That is a question the size of the Grand Canyon. There's so many possibilities to talk about that. I hope you find that. And welcome back, Austin. Well, stress does. And I asked a question in prayer today. I turned up at the last minute like a dope, guys. But I said, how come it is in life that you believe in God or your spirituality that you have? You believe there's a higher power, or there's a next life. You believe there's something more important to your life than just you and what you're doing for yourself. But how come we get so stressed over things that turn out to be not real, artificially set off by our fight and flight mechanisms that are totally unrealistic, that we build up in our heads because of our our competitive nature, our insecurities, anxieties, whatever. And it was really true that when you get older, you learn to control those more, right? You learn to identify the fakes, and you learn to identify what is real and what isn't real, and hopefully can control those. But it's really, the stress is still, to me, amazing, because 99% of the stress is not worth having. It's not even worth thinking about, because it's not real stress. It's you based on your mind going off in tangents that make no difference. And my caveat is this, guys. Hey, that's okay. You have a great night, Nick. Um, how many times have you planned for an event, and you've gone through 25 different scenarios? You go to the event, and all of a sudden, miraculously, not one of those scenarios is even close to being real. Anyone have that happen? Welcome to 99.999% of the time. And if that's 99.9% of the time, guys, you need to use that level of reality to tell you that you're stressing on real life, on issues that don't need your stress, that 99.9% of the time you don't need to worry about them. What you need to focus on is, how do you get through the day? What do you need to do for today? You need to train your mind to realize that. And that way you won't spend that energy on those, right? Nick, great seeing you. Thanks so much for coming in. Well, he is, Scully is 117 on the inside and 24 on the outside. He actually doesn't look like he ages very much. Wiggs, there's certain things. There's certain things that you can't teach people. You can tell them, you can show them, you can be an example to them, and they won't see it. They won't embrace it. They won't do it. And the thing is, I haven't figured out, after all these years, how to take an uncoachable person and coach them. Think about that. You can't take an uncoachable person and coach them. They're uncoachable for a reason. And what you need to ask is, why is that? And I don't, let me throw on another log, guys. I don't have that answer. I have met people that are so uncoachable that your head would fall off your shoulders and rotate underneath your arm. So if your head would rotate underneath your arm, and you can't coach these people, the question you've got to ask yourself is, how old are they? That's a good indicator. 2, have you talked to anyone else that's tried to coach them? 3, if you have those 2 factors right there, they're uncoachable. You don't need any more information. And you'll go back and meet that person in 20 years, they're the exact same person. Dink, how you doing, bud? Dink Overstreet, great channel. Got to know Dink and Mike's fishing home. And Dink is solid up, man. Solid dude. Great seeing you in here. Thanks for coming on in. Are you eating all the super hot peppers? What are you doing, old guy? Tell us. Someone would share old guy in Colorado. How many more subs does old guy need, by the way? Let's share his link out again. Guys, our focus today is to try to get old guy to 1,000. We have 18 in here. We've had a rotating group of people. We've had our core group in here. But we're trying to get old guy in Colorado to 1,000. Let's get him a few more extras. And then a few will drop off, right? What I'm asking everyone to do is watch one short, leave a comment and a thumbs up. Watch another full short, leave a thumbs up and a comment, and then hit the subscribe. What I did also, I clicked on and I just went off of it. But I had 99% subscribe stick rate. What I'm finding people doing on... No, so tell us what you're doing, by the way, old guy. Tell us what you're doing. I'm very curious. Okie Grower, how you doing, bud? How you doing? Yeah, I'm on my second glass of bourbon, guys, and I'm not a big drinker. I've just kind of stopped all that shit. I see some people really hurting themselves, and it bothers me. One, and the other thing too is it doesn't fit with my goals. And my goals have nothing to do with spiritual or anything else like that. That's part of my life goals. But if you think about it, any goal you have, if you don't have a regular goal set, and I'm failing right now at achieving my goals because I've got so much going on in life, guys. It's not like I have $18 million and I can have people do my stuff and worry about the life stuff. I've got to do that too. We're all in the same boat, guys. It's not a big deal. Okie Grower, thanks for coming on in. I really appreciate it. Kim, thanks so much for sticking with us. And so do I, Nick. You know, but the comment about stress, Scully, is an everyone issue. Anyone who talks about them not being stressed, it's not true. It was an awesome sunset. I was really thrilled to be able to show it to you. And you know what's really neat, guys? Everyone's saying hi to everyone. That's awesome. What's really neat is, thanks for sharing the link, Nez. You cycle through friends on YouTube. I don't know if anyone's noticed this, right? You'll cycle through really good friends. And one of the things is they'll change the focus of the channel, or they'll stop coming on YouTube, or they'll cut their focus down on YouTube. And then something happens and all that. That is normal for social media. It's absolutely normal. And I'm going to give you a story. I had, I've told some of you guys this story. I've had many tens of thousands of people on another platform. I hadn't been back for 5 years. I turned on my channel and I lost 20,000 subscribers. 20,000 in 5 years. I don't know if I gained any. I had no substance. I would predict that number to be 0. Now, I want to tell you what my phone sounded like. Ping, ping. This is no lie, guys. Ping, ping. As soon as one ping stopped, the other ping started, meaning the next message, the next message, the next message, the next message. A lot of people can't handle social media. Social media is a depressant. I do that, John, but you're not supposed to tell everyone I do that. You know that. That's our secret. We're not supposed to talk about that. Thank you very much, Nez. Great seeing you here, Okie Grower. Yeah, we all do. She sounded like free peppers for all the little. Yeah, you know what? You know what? I have an idea that I may do. I've got to talk to a lawyer first. It's the best idea I've ever. Well, it's the stupidest idea I've ever had, which means it'll be a success. Um, but I've got an idea. I need to get some disclaimers and stuff written up. But yeah, I need to do that. But I'm not going to give peppers away to the little fellers. No, we're not going to do that either. Hey, go to bed, man. Get some sleep there, Austin. No need to stick around. Yeah, you were tired. You were tired. Peppers, baby. You know, I did lose my shit in your stream last night. I was telling. Someone tried to defend. Guys, I made a comment about sock puppets. I made a comment about sock puppets. And someone took up the position of defending the sock puppets. How do you think that went over with me? It's like, what the shit? Anyway. You know, I hope that's not true. Because I make as an older guy, you make a lot of trips to the bathroom. We don't talk about it a lot, but a lot of the guys talk about it. And that's a miserable thought. Thanks, Scully, for putting that in my head. No, I didn't get timed out, but I thought I was going to get there. Oh no, I actually, Okie. You know what I said? Um, I said to Bobby, I said, okay, happy birthday. You can block me, or you can kick me off the stream. You can put me in timeout. She goes, that's really nice, but I don't want to. Yeah, good, Skull. Good Skull. I love hearing that. Tom, how you doing? We're having a campfire on top of a mountain. We're overlooking a valley. We did some great peppers today, and I'm going to do some more tomorrow. I've got some peppers that I've never tried, and every single pepper I have in this box, and there's a lot of them. I've never tried them before. I got up to 2 today. Pretty good. You know, I'm a big fan of Halloween anyway. Remember what we used to do with the pillowcases, guys? Guys, if someone would drop Tom Dobie's mower repair, now you can imagine mower repair is dumb and boring, right? It's not. Because Tom, I go watch his videos. The bastard has a way of going through the videos in a way that you want to watch them. It's amazing. And I actually watch, I think, every one of his videos in complete. It's great. And it's always because you're trying to confirm or deny your knowledge. And Tom's a great guy, too. I met him on Doc's live show. 964. Thank you. 964. We have to get him up there. If you're not subscribed to the old guy Colorado, we need to subscribe if we would, please. Someone would chuck up that link again. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in, Tom. Appreciate it. I'm not gonna beat you up. I'm not gonna get beat up. Dana Reed, welcome. Good to have you here. Well, watch it. Watch you guys. Yeah. Come into the light. Come into the light. I probably should turn the camera around to me, but maybe I will. That joke didn't sound right. No, it did. It sounded totally not right. Yeah, we squared off. I lost. I never mess with women. They'll kill you in your sleep. Yeah, three. See, oh yeah, 3-1, Bobby. I agree. Let me see. Did John Boy come in here? I'm not sure. So I'm going to see if I can turn the camera around. I don't know if I'll have enough light here, guys. Front camera. Yeah, there we go. I kind of look like the guy in the candy band that John was talking about, right? Right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good to know. So yeah, we're totally outside in the middle of nothing. I'm actually impressed that I have a cell service out here because 590 loyal aliens. Well, that's John. I mean, Doug's. That's fantastic, man. It's fantastic. So we're trying to get old guy in Colorado up toward the 1,000 mark. Oh, good, 985. We're heading up there, guys. Old guy in Colorado. This is the guy we're trying to hit up. I think someone just shared out his link. And you know, the person I admire most on YouTube, and I don't know if the big channels in here would agree. The people I admire most on YouTube are the ones that don't care about their number. I don't care about new subscribers anymore. I just don't. I got to learn to focus on the ones I have. I hope that makes sense. But I'm not interested in growing because I can't get to all the people I have now. Number one, follow the line. Number one, I can't get to. I'm not getting any alerts, so I'm not be able to get to my regular followers. That's a YouTube thing. It should be fixed. If you click on the notify me, they have the black bell on, and the black bell should mean you don't have to click on the notify me. It's a scam. It's a software issue. They're doing it on purpose. Let me get down to the new one. Get down to the new one past all the insults. Oh, the horror. Oh, the horror. Well, that's okay. I have asked for it. I have asked for it. And again, guys, if you don't know Scully, um, Scully spends a lot of time writing, putting together. I think I've got this right. You put together stories based on other stories with your interpretation of them. Plus, you do originals. I think I got that right. I do need to wear shades, Dana. Newman Gaming. First time, guys. First time ever Newman Gaming has been in here. And I'm going to tell you something about this guy's channel. At 2 in the morning to 3 in the morning, that's when this guy's on. And he's such a kind man. I met him in the middle of, oh my God, I don't know where the heck it was. But anyway, I met him, and he does a lot of farming gaming stuff. But he was always very welcoming. I do look like a detective. Detective Pepper. Detective Pepper to you? Detective. Newman Gaming, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. Newman Gaming is definitely, guys, if someone would share his link out, you can go watch what he does. And I think you're going to be a fan. You're going to meet. I haven't subscribed to a lot of the people on his channel, although I'm starting to see my regulars go in there. But his personality is such that it fits right in with this family. So I think you're going to want to give him a look and a subscribe, guys. He does a lot of um, the gaming stuff at night. I got to look at his videos. Oh, wow. It's kind of a tough crowd in here. And it's not a Cuban. It's a Rosa Cuba, but it's not Cuba. It's Dominican. I've tried to buy a box of Cubans under the table, and if you can imagine what that bill would be like, then on top of it, you have to figure that you're probably being scammed, right? So it is what it is. Yeah, someone will drop your link there, Newman. Thanks so much for coming in. It's great to have first timers here. We did a live earlier this morning, and guys, um, we had all of Europe. We had a few people from Asian, Philippines in, and it was a whole new crowd of people to meet. So I'm going to try to stagger my sessions because I am an international channel, and I like it that way. Yeah, if it means anything, I admire the people that don't look at this. They don't make content, or they make content solely for their purpose, right? Solely for whatever they feel is important. And I'm okay with that. I think that's really a blessing. If you're in that spot, Duggar, you're in a good spot mentally, physically, and in life, right? It you know what you want, and you're going to do it just because. And I think, honestly, all the big content producers who just are on here to get their content out and all that, that's different than me. Um, I may morph. I'm gonna take this feed over to the side a little bit, as I've mentioned, but I don't have. I'm not that place yet, and when I am in that place, you'll definitely know. I'll be like Duggar. I was kicked out of. Yeah, I didn't do so well either. I didn't do so well either, Scully. Thanks, Nez. Yeah, we're trying to get Old Guy in Colorado up to 1,000 subscribers, and we can do it, guys. If you would give him a follow, watch a short, comment, thumbs up. Watch another short fully, comment, thumbs up. We'll get him up there. Yeah, Newman, no problem. I just, whenever I go into your channel, I normally can't stay for too long because I'm working. So I have to pop in, and I might stay for 10, 15 minutes at the latest. But I always try to pop in because I appreciate the owner of the channel. Just know that, and I mean that. So it's a pleasure to have you here. I hope you're more regular. Um, Piggy Piddles. Now, that's all right, Tom. Thanks for coming in. That's all I ask. You come in, you can take right off. Don't matter. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you coming in and drop a quick line. And always feel free to do it. You don't need to stay. This is the come and go channel. Thank you so much, bud. Appreciate it. Piggy Piddles does, I think, on Sundays. Correct me if I'm wrong, Piggy. But you do Piggy's opinion of stuff. It's not a massive crowd. It's a great crowd. It's the right crowd, right? Um, and is I'm on YouTube more. I'm looking for the crowd. I'm not looking in. You look for the content producer first of all, but then you look for the crowd that they assemble. And when you lurk in there, you can tell the second you look at them if you want to get to know them. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Tom, thanks a lot. You have a great night, and I appreciate your visit, even for a second. Ms. Southern Belle, you graced us with your presence tonight. Thank you so much. I want to thank you for being in here and spending some time with us. You spent a lot of time with us tonight. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing the link, Nez. Yeah, guys, I'm going to tell you what I figured out about YouTube. It's a multi-level marketing scam. That's all it is. Let's say you have 1,000 subscribers and you earn money on the 1,000. Okay, they take 40%. Taxes take 35%. Right? So then you meet people, then you subscribe to them. So you've lost 40%. Plus you're taking what's left of your 60%. But that's not even including taxes, guys. So you're down to about, let's say, 50% of your total. Then you start donating. Then you start behind the scenes, you start helping people out because they need help. There's a lot of people that need help. So now you're at 30%. My tax person, I told her what I was doing. She said, stop it. Do it because you like it. Do it because you like producing content. You like meeting people. And the story that kind of keeps me going on here, and one person said, if I hadn't found YouTube, I was in a very dark spot. And if I hadn't met all these wonderful people, I don't know if I'd be here tonight. That's not me at all. But it is a saying for a lot of the people, right, guys, that there's a lot of people on YouTube, even that are producing content, that are in a very tough spot. Very tough. And I'm going to say this because I think it's really important. Silence is the one thing you need to look out for, content creators. When they're silent, you need to go to their channels, you need to go to the side means, whether it be Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, whatever, and ask how they're doing. You'd be surprised the comments you get back to them. Hey, haven't heard you on, I'm checking in. My God, it's great hearing from you. My friends don't even check in. So when they're silent, guys, that's when you need to check in on your friends. Okay, that's really wrong. There's so many things wrong. Guys, do you admit there's something wrong with this guy? There's something terribly wrong. See, I remember going to New Orleans. I've been to New Orleans 50 times. God, I've been to New Orleans a lot. Shouldn't even be there. It's just there because it is. Anyway, I go to the Acme. I go to the place right down the street. I think it's Felix. I could be wrong. And I just order oysters on a half shell and dump that horseradish sauce on them, and I just eat dozen after dozen. There are people that eat 24 dozen of those things. Those sick bastards. I can't do any of that. Joe, New Image Lawn Concrete, welcome. Thanks for coming on in. We're just having a fire tonight, and I'm outside looking like a creeper. But we had a fire. Let me turn the camera around a little bit. I'll turn the camera. Give me a second. Whoops, I don't want to do that. We're going to go back. Camera. We're going to go to the back camera. And we're going to hit that. There we go. We got a camera. We got the cityscape. We're camping in the middle of nowhere. I mean, up on top of a mountain overlooking a valley. And that's what you see right now. It's absolutely stunning. You hear the owls come out. They should be out anytime now. There's owls here that have a wingspan of 7 feet, 5 to 7 feet. Got a few at our house too. Thanks for coming in, Joe. I'm going to show that. Hope you like it. Thanks, Nez, for being here. Face Yace, thank you. Okie Grower, thank you so much. Mm, mm, no, um, I don't understand what that means, but no, I absolutely. Um, I think I'm watching your videos, and for whatever reason, uh, are really rare for me. I usually double speed the videos because I have 7,500 subscribers, right? And I double speed a lot of the content that doesn't need to have me listening to the words, whether it's blank fishing time or whatever. But yours, I listen to them because of the guy. I mean, I was watching you turn that lawnmower on the back end where you were fixing and putting, doing something with the call. I think you were calling hard clutching it. And I even made a comment. I remember that whole scenario, but I was thinking about that, and I'm like, this guy's crazy, man. Anyway, I just appreciate your videos. Just know that, and they're different. I enjoy them, probably because of the person. Thank you for sharing the link, and you are working this Sunday at 5. Sundays at 5. If you, Joe C, do you have a notice up for your Sunday at 5 program? If so, one of our mods will drop your code. Hillbillies, welcome. We're in a campfire, many hundreds of feet above the valley. I hope you enjoy it. I started this about an hour ago. It was going to be 45 minutes, and I'm now at an hour and 42. Um, ah, good. Back road, and I welcome you in. Backroad Hillbillies and me go back to when I had, I think, 10 followers, guys. Um, this is a no frills feed from a very good person, period. I just love the hell out of her authenticity and her loyalty, too. That means a hell of a lot. I am so loyal to my followers to a flaw. You fuck me, you're gone. But, loyal, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming in. Some would share Backroad Hillbillies. You'll see what I mean. You're going to want to follow. 5:30 Eastern time. So that's 2:30. That's how come. Yeah, that's a tough time for me. That's why I can't make it every week. But, Piggy is a Marine. Piggy is he knows shit. This man knows shit. And what he knows, um, you can tell when he's getting around sensitive stuff is when he starts to back off from the specifics and go to the general. But he's also a very wise man, and I just love his programs. And it's a fun program, um, fun program to be part of because it's so interactive, and I really mean that. Yeah, you guys, you need to lurk. I'm telling you, save yourself a lot of time trying to build your channel up with bad channels. There's for every 5 good channels out there, there's 5 pieces of shit channels, and you know what I'm talking about. You'll find things that are tells. Swearing, like I just did. 2, you'll find meaningless. You'll anger, attacking, any number of things. But also, you need to look at. I look at the names in the chat. I look at the what they write, and a lot of times I just back off and go in a different direction. Thank you, Newman. I appreciate that, and I really, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. It means a great deal that you came in here, guys. There's nothing harder than to get someone to come to your channel again. When you connect with them, that's one thing. Getting to come again um, is, and Scully knows this. Nez knows this. It's so hard because it's so busy on YouTube. You lose focus on the people. Um, whether it's YouTube taking the alerts away, whether it's you going in a different direction, you don't see their stuff all the time, whatever it is, thank you so much for coming in, and I appreciate you sharing me. I really do. Mm, you know, if I was to move to Colorado, I would move to Colorado. I'd buy a place out by a river somewhere. You'd never see my ass again. You'd probably, I might even have to buy Starlink just to be heard. Thank you, Duggar. I appreciate that, buddy. Nez, thank you for sharing Scully's link. Appreciate you all sharing links, guys. Yeah, and I could tell, and I can tell your life is not easy. I could tell your life is not easy, but that's character, right? Because I don't think anyone's life is easy these days. Even the people that pretend. Remember, guys, the person sitting in first class has had to pay a tremendous price for sitting in first class. You don't think they have? Bullshit. And you don't think a person with $20 million, oh, if I had $20 million, you don't have a clue what $20 million problems are. You know how I know? I've been firsthand at it, guys. I've seen it firsthand. $20 million, $20 million problems have no. Now you're into drugs. Now you're into to credit cards for your kids. Now you're into endless spend cash, um, no control, loss of control. Right? You have to ask yourself what is really important and what is that. And $20 million problems are way different than $100,000 problems, guys. Remember that. It's most important you know that. I love Colorado. A 12-footer. Woo! Boy, that's enough for the winter. Anthony J, welcome. Welcome, Anthony J. Appreciate you being here. Anthony J, I'm seeing them all over the place. I'll tell you guys. You know, I told my wife today that when she called, I mentioned when some of the people that have been here since the beginning, so she called out of the blue. Very independent woman. Like the women in my family are top of their game. Mom would be a CEO if she was coming up today. She'd be a CEO, no doubt. My sister, VP at a major company you all know of, like super, super producer. Other one won top award, international runner-up. The other one did the youngest corporate merger for a company that everyone knows of, ever, for a female. And if that doesn't make you proud, nothing will, right? Nothing will. And um, when you're assessing things, right? You assess. It's not about life and all that. I'm not that deep. I have the emotional absorbency of concrete, guys. I try to make that way, except for my kids and my family and my dear friends, right? Um, I have to. Yeah, you can't get emotionally tied to everything. But in reality, I came from very strong women, and my wife called up out of the blue, and for the people that weren't here, and she just started talking over the phone, which is very unlike her. It meant everything. And and she's like, "How you doing?" I said, "I just needed to get away. I need a mental time. I need mental time." And thank you, Duggar. Appreciate you, buddy. Joe, I appreciate you coming on in here. I hope you come in more often. Latoya, It's great seeing you, Latoya. I hope you heard my comment today in the morning program. If not, you should go back and listen. I made a specific comment for about 3 or 4 minutes for you. I hope you took it in the right vein. I hope you thought about it. And what I said is 100% true. Um, and we all go through these moments. I hope you got a good point out of that. I hope it meant something to you. I'm going to leave the pot growing advice to other people because I don't smoke it. If I did, I'd be arrested immediately. Could you clarify that, Scully? I'm having a brain fart. She stole my thunder. Awesome. Thank you for coming in. Just sort of saying hi. I appreciate it. This is a come and go channel, right? We got 23 in the house, just talking about events, talking about stuff, guys. Nothing major. I have a fire going in the front. It was really windy out earlier. I was wondering, I didn't have a fire yesterday because I thought it would be too windy. And in California, I've got two 5-gallon buckets of water sitting right by me, guys. If you don't know how serious it is, I was asking people how fires started. One of them said a guy took a driving wedge, right? One driver, and hit a golf ball. Spark caused the fire from the driving head wedge on a rock hitting a golf ball. Other one was a piece of glass sitting in a field that broke from the bottom. It's very serious here, and it wipes out everything. And this is a really good line here, guys, about Newman. Um, it's true. And I try to, guys, I try to support people until they become uncoachable. I try to support people until I find that I can't reach them. Uh, I can't take the world on. My job, my goal, three goals: love, hope, and moving people forward. That's what this channel is about. And there's other things too, guys, that are a part of the positive message and stuff. But um, it is caring because I will bet you money on this. 5 of the 10 people in here, 5 out of every 10 people in here have a real struggle going on in their life that is causing them such angst, whether it be financial, health, um, whether it be marital, whether it be family, whether it be whatever, or worse yet, mental, right? Mental. We have to watch out for people on here, and we need to ask when they go quiet. Great statement. I like it. Ah, you do. Um, you know, um, story. Let me tell you a story. Um, I've been on to. I knew people that are old school there, like that are in that the people that know people who are running the parade, right, for Mardi Gras, and you know what a cluster that is politically. You have to buy the beads from X vendors. You can't buy them from out, or you're out. You can't do this because you're out. You can't do that because you're out. You can't. But I knew the people that were all involved in this. And now, how did I meet them? Well, I have a good word gift to gab. And I was developing product, and I was working with a guy um, who went to school with the owner, ex owner, son, daughter. I'm not going to name the person of Commander's Palace, right? He goes, you coming in town? I said, yeah. He goes, will you be my guest? I said, I can't do that. You're my guest. He goes, well, it's a pretty pricey place. I said, let's go. We had 6 people. It was a meeting of the minds. Very brilliant guys, by the way. And we had a green stripe table. The question was, do you want to sit in the kitchen? It might be a little bit crowded. But there was a direct connection with someone that could do it instantly instead of the waits, right? We had a waiter at the table. My dinner, I remember the dinner was well over $1,000, maybe 2. And the food was spectacular. And every time I went back there, you want to go there? I said, no, let's try somewhere else. That's where Emerald obviously got his start. So next one was we go to Emerald's. I think he had 2 restaurants down. He had Nola, and he had another one. And the story is that I'm with all the executives of a company. I am with the CEO, the CFO, and this is the international. We're a branch here in the U.S. And we took different rides to this. It was NOLA. I remember it distinctly. So turns out that we weren't the first car there. There was my boss's boss, my boss's boss's boss, and like 4 flights above that boss's. They're walking toward me and say, whose idea was it to come here? You can't get a seat. I said, you must have heard him wrong. I said, let me go ask him. He said the wait's 3 hours. I said, no, you must have heard him wrong. And this guy looked at me like, you son of a bitch. Don't get us in trouble. Don't get us in trouble. So I walk in there, and the guy goes, how many, sir? And I said, 12. And he goes, okay. And he goes, the wait's 3 hours. I said, no. I said, you misunderstood me. I said, I've got $50 in my hand. I've got 12. And we'd like to be seated. He goes, well, you're first up. Great. Thank you for waiting for so long. I'm sorry it was such a long wait. And I turned around and I walked out to the guys that were waiting. I said, no, you need to tell people you heard them wrong. It said, our table's coming up right now. And so at that point, I walked upstairs with the maitre d'. He actually walked us up. I said, here's what I want. There's $100 for a guy to stand behind me to take every possible drink order we have. There's $150 for the waiter, and there's $200 for the chef if he comes out here and he makes us some entrees and some appetizers. Now, I've got 12 people that can't believe they're sitting down, right? And the chef came out and he said, well, what would you like? I said, what have you been working on that you think is a hit that we need to have? He said, are you serious? I said, yeah, let's bring it. Bring it. He brought out food, guys. I don't know what our bill was. I think it was like 10 grand. And he came out and he started serving food, right? And the chef came out. He was always checking with us and explaining the food as we ate it and the different courses. And I shook his hand with the hundreds. Guys, you got to have money on you when you do business. And he took care of him that way. And he was very, very friendly. Same with the waiter. Same with the person standing by our table. And my boss walked out to me, and his boss walked out to me with me. He goes, son of a bitch. He goes, if you get us in trouble because of this, by the way, the word is that this is everyone loved tonight. They thought it was the best thing we've ever done. The best thing we've ever done. And I said, that's fantastic. He goes, I don't care. We will sign it. So I took this bill in. He goes, how much is this thing you're doing going to cost us? And I said, well, it's going to be pricey. They said, okay, we'll expense it. And I remember that in NOLA. And the one thing I remember from NOLA is not one thing that they cooked, not one thing that they presented, not one thing that they did for us that night. Nothing was below a 9. It was fantastic. And I've never told the story, guys. I've never said what I've done, kind of. So you don't really know too much. I am camping. Oh, listen, you hear the music? They're singing the national anthem right now for a sporting event, I take it. And I'm not sure what it is. It must be soccer or football or a night program. But I am not at my backyard, back road. I am I am actually about. I thought it was 300. I'm guessing I'm a good 600 feet, 700 feet above the city, on a mountain, camping overlooking this beautiful place over a reservoir. My grandson's called a, a granddaughter all the time. Uh, that's okay. Doesn't mean anything. Thank you. Yeah. And again, the second part of the story is I wouldn't live there. It's just too damn hot. Um, Nolans is my kind of people. It's not where I'd live. I wouldn't live on the coast. It's just too. Guys, if you haven't been to New Orleans in the summer in June, July, you have no idea what oppressive heat is. You want to know why Southern people talk slow and move slow? It's because if you didn't, you die right there in the spot. There are factory doors there, that are a foot and a half wide, that accordion all the way open because there's no air conditioning. You can imagine these buildings are 100 and some years old, 200 years old maybe, and they go back to the very beginning of manufacturing. And this was stifling heat that had to have people work in it. And then you'd go home at night and you'd lay in your sweltering sweat. It is a place that if you have air conditioning, um, it'd be okay. Yeah, there you go. See, Dunker, I remember you told me that's your hot sauce. Hey, George, how you doing? Welcome, George. We're having a great talk here. Well, I'm having a babble session, actually. The people in here go, "What the hell am I even in here for? Where's the booze? I'm gonna get some booze. I don't want to listen to this guy anymore." So we're having a fire. That's that little fire lava pit, that you're seeing right there. It's some hardwood. I think it's ash. George, Fishing the Dream is a longtime friend from Mike's Fishing Home, and I got to know him better from that. I want to thank you for coming in, George. Abbott, I didn't say crazy. I said Abbott. We all know Abbott, guys. If you don't know Abbott, you're not in the fishing community. Abbott's a legend and a friend, by the way. He's gruff on the outside, but he has a heart the size of Wyoming, and I appreciate that. No, here, guys, here's what this is. I should have been a janitor. I should have been a janitor, and I wasn't. I went and got a college degree. Did really well too. I worked very hard. I think you'd all say, "Hey, he did okay." And then when I was going to school, I got the break of my life. Um, I actually worked for a man who rebuilt a monument in this country that everyone in the world knows of. And raised the money for it and everything. That was the game changer for me. And he took over after a major executive that you all know the name of, stepped out. And that was the guy that hired me. I worked for him when I was going to school full time. I was working for him over full time, and I was driving the wealthiest people in a sector of America. Now, think about what that means. That means that if you take oil, if you take finance, if you take gas, if you take entertainment, that person was at the very highest level. I think the person, the number one. That's who I was in possession of. Now, what does that mean? Guys, I don't know what it means, um, but it might explain a few things to you guys. Uh, but God always put me into places that I could handle. You should have seen the vetting process of this one. Holy cow. Unbelievable, guys. The vetting process of that job was on a scale like you've never seen. Lauren Directo. Guys, Lauren Directo is a legend. She sings, she's a Christian, she sings Christian music. She's in the Philippines, I think. Uh, Not 100% sure, but I think. And she has a really big, massive family. You're going to want to connect. If someone would put the link up for Lauren Directo, this is one of the ones you definitely want to pick up, guys. You'll see her popping up in the middle of the night. Try to make it if you're up that time and connect with her. You'll see her start. She's like the car that you want to buy that you never saw on the road, and then once you're looking at cars, all of a sudden they're everywhere. That's Lauren Directo, and it's because of her. It's just like she's our family, guys. She's part of what we are. She's that good of a person. Thank you for being in here. I appreciate it. Abbott, I appreciate you being here. Face the Ace, I thank you for staying here. Kim, thanks for being in here. I really appreciate it. We love having you, Lauren. Lauren Scott. Guys, I may use kind words, but I think there's not a person in here that hasn't seen me pissed at bad people. I do not tolerate bad people. Thank you, Duggar. And guys, what I didn't mention about Duggar is a 10, a 9 or a 10 fisherman out of 10. His life is he goes fishing, um, but he was a commercial fisherman. This guy knows his shit. If I was going to go to anyone, I'd go to Abbott, I'd go to Duggar, I'd go to the professor, um, and that would be where I'd go. These are legends in fishing, guys. We have two of the three people that are legends in fishing here, and Duggar's one of them. Abbott's another. The professor's another. And there's other people that have incredible knowledge, guys. I wouldn't discount that. Don't hear me wrong. It's just understand when I say these people are the best of the best. Thank you for sharing links. Chrissy, thank you so much for coming in. So you can see the cross-linking here, guys. This is why the family's so big and it's so good. We vet out all the bad people. Chrissy is the queen. Her husband, Ernie Brown, um, downtown Ernie Brown, is an amazing, he's a legend. These two are the royalty in the catfishing community. Thank you for being here. It means everything, and it brings up the community. Thank you so much. Trying to make it down a little bit. I still can't hit the bottom, guys. You're still hitting me with a ton. Abbott, I want to tell you today, I didn't prep, and I should have. I didn't prep, and I should have. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. Um, I am thrilled of the fact that I didn't get any cap crabs today. I ate some doozies. I ate a chocolate jigsaw and I ate a Maruga scorpion, which is it's the highest level rated pepper around. The Maruga scorpion got me to a 0. It didn't do anything to me, guys. Nothing. Then I ate the jigsaw, and I went up to a 2. That should tell you that jigsaw, and I've heard of jigsaws, was either something big or it was the combination of the two peppers. Either way, it was really impressive. Okie Grower, I appreciate you staying in here. I really do. And hanging with Bank Fishing. Thank you for coming in. Bank Fishing Adventures, guys, is a staple in the community. I can't tell you enough good things about them. We always meet in different chats and all that. God, my God, we had 22 people in here listening to an old man smoke cigars and drink bourbon. Oops, I still got some in my glass. But we got more peppers coming tomorrow, guys. I'm going to eat tomorrow after I get done with my walk. I might take you on my walk. I'm not sure. It's going to take you, it's about a 6-mile walk. I go twice past the reservoir. You'll be able to see the reservoir, the dam, and you'll be able to see the reservoir where there's 85-pound catfish in here. I love my hot peppers. Thank you. Hey, Tinkerbell. Guys, in Hong Kong, you know, it's funny. Tinkerbell is so deep in her what she does, her talents and all that. She plays guitar, she sings, and she has her own channel and she does videos and stuff. But she also has a real she has a profession where she travels, and just beautiful woman too. Just beautiful, intelligent, everything you could want. A great channel. And Tinkerbell, once you get to know Tinkerbell, guys, this woman knows more about YouTube and how it works than most people do. So if you need a resource, just tell her that I sent you. Thank you for coming in, Tinkerbell. It means a lot. Tinkerbell. You see here. So you can see the respect for both Lauren Directo and Tinkerbell. And I think they both visit each other a lot. Anthony J, thanks for sticking around. Piggy Piddles, thank you for sticking around. Oh, good. You know, guys, you can take off anytime you want to. This channel will, I'm going to turn it off whenever the fire dies and whenever I run out of cigar and a bourbon. I just chilling. I needed mental time. Needed mental time, guys. Scotty Dog Music, thank you for sharing that out. Hey, Scotty Dog Music. Sorry I missed you. Really, what just happened, I've got to go. Now I'm going backwards in chat because YouTube is so screwed up right now, guys. What's happening is on the feeds, and it's the way it is. I couldn't care less, guys. It's the way YouTube is. But I have StreamYard, and StreamYard bounces, right? And when you see it peck, you all of a sudden see 40 messages come through, and you got to go backwards. Abandoned Forgotten Whales. See, I miss Wendy, Southern Sown and Grown. Abandoned Forgotten Whales. Thank you for coming on in. Guys, if someone would share Abandoned Forgotten Whales link. I saw you called today. I did not pick it up, but sorry. For the new people, I'm up above a city here on a mountain with a campfire overlooking the city here, guys. Look at that. And I'm camping. I needed some mental clarity time. I was being overloaded. And so what I did is I rented a spot and I got lucky. I found someone backed out. One of the things I want to say about Abandoned Forgotten Whales, he is the guy that you can go to his channel and you will never leave. You're never going to leave his channel. He does stuff, and he knows what a supporter I am. I don't need to say anything else. That's all that matters. Um, he is the guy that does what we all wish we could do if we had the balls to do it. One. Two, he is the guy that does what he does, and we all wish we could do if we had the talent to do it. And what he does requires so much talent because he's still here making videos because of his talent, which is knowledge. In his case, it's knowledge, it's a talent. He knows where to walk in the water and where it falls through. It's a bottomless pit. Bottomless pit. He could die right there. And he knows how to read these caves. He knows how to read these mines. He knows how to read all this. And what he does is he logs the relics of whales. He's a legend in our community. He is the most humble, grounded individual, and he can laugh at himself just as much as he can laugh at other stuff. But don't piss him off. It's like all of us. Don't make fun of our friends. Um, uh, be nice. Be supportive. And I want to tell you, this guy is an awesome dude. We'll share your link out. Gareth, I appreciate you being here. Let me go backwards some more. Scotty Dog Music. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. You're from the great across the great pond. Thank you very much for being here. This is, I think, your second time. That means a lot to me, by the way. I was just telling people, it's really easy to get a person to come to your channel once when they sub. It's almost impossible to get them back because there's so much traffic. There's so many lives. There's so many things going on in today's world, right? Especially like Friday night, there must have been 20 lives going on. It was impossible, guys. It's a miserable task to try to stay up at 20 lives. I'm not whining. But to make it back again for the second time, that means a lot to me, Scotty Dog Music. And I'm going to make a special visit back to your channel. I want to make sure I look at your content. Southern Sewn and Grown Wendy, a legend of late night talk shows. Guys, the only thing I can say about Wendy is, besides an awesome friend, that if you go to her show at 7 in the morning, they're going to be talking about what a password is. This is the funniest story. They talked about a password for 2 hours. And this is not what it seems to be, guys. So hang in there. It was the funniest dialogue I've ever heard in my life. And in that dialogue of the password, there was stickers on the floor to go to the bathroom. There was discussions of how to actually enter in the password. And this is, I thought to myself, what am I listening to? What the hell am I listening to? And Nikki came in here, which was one of the parties, and Wendy is in here now. I just cannot tell you how awesome these people are. When you have friends, guys, it's not when everything's going well, right? You can have a friend when it's going well. That's not a friend. Fuck you. That's not a friend. A friend is that what's when all the hell breaks loose, right? All the hell breaks loose, and that person is there. Period. And Wendy is one of those people. Nez is too, by the way. Thank you for both for being here. It's amazing. Thank you so much, Wendy. Anthony, I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. I really do. I'm going to try to figure out, guys, where I missed off, because see you later, Scully. If chat froze and now I'm having to go in reverse. Hey, Scully, have a great day. I know you already took off. Have a great day. Fishing Local 252, did you come in? Oh, my God. Thank you, Gareth. And I see that. I can actually read. I'm not old, blind, and everything else. Lauren is Hong Kong. Thank you, George. See, this is a problem. 252. I'm sorry, I missed you. What happened is it froze, right? And then what happened is it went through 50 or 60 messages that I never read. Now I'm going in reverse. Now I got to go back. It's crazy. Fishing Local 252 is an awesome channel, guys. I see this guy everywhere, and we always have a fun banter. He's just a great guy. Thank you so much for coming on in. If someone would share his link, that'd be fantastic. And thank you, George, for clarification on Lauren. That makes sense because I think I've seen her. Correct me if I'm wrong, George, but I think I've seen her and Tinkerbell do stuff together. That makes total sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out where I lost track of the chat, guys. All right, let me see if I can get down to the bottom. Yeah, Tinkerbell is awesome, Piggy. And, you know, I block so many people from my channel, guys. I think I'm at 450 to 500 people. And sometimes, I don't know if you guys think the same way as me, but if I'm coming by your channel and you present yourself as a complete asshole, I'm blocking you. I think that's just how it's going to roll with me. And most of the people, 95% of the people present themselves well. And then you find your family, right? The ones that are constantly with you and bantering back and forth and giving you flack. The people that give me crap, guys, are my friends, right? You can tell them all. They're giving themselves crap too because they're self-deprecating, right? They're confident who they are. That's all right. I bet I'm not talking to you right now. You guys can't talk to each other. Everything guy, welcome. Welcome. First time for everything guy. I want to appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I'm on my second glass of bourbon. I've almost finished a half a cigar. No, Gareth, you and Nez are banned from talking to each other. Don, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Cheers. This is cheers to you. I take it you're not doing your Sunday program. I think you said you were going to take a break from that. I can't wait for you to get back down. Get well, please, please. You're so important. Ezekiel, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. I remember the name and I remember the channel. I'm going to have to go back and listen to this channel, guys. Thank you so many new people for coming in, and the people that I followed for a while that I just caught at the right time. Thank you so much. Now you're here it just did it again, guys. This channel just freaked out on me. Now I got to figure out where I am. This is really bad, guys. I'm 75 messages behind. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you won't regret it, Ezekiel. You won't regret it at all. It's a fabulous channel. You know, Gareth. Gareth is really underestimating his. He's glue for the family too. If you go to his channel, you're going to find out how loyal people are to him, and that's the other thing to measure people by. Is are people loyal to this person? Are they loyal to these people, right? Or is it just a new channel, right? And these people love Gareth. They all massively respect him. You're going to love it. Native Wildman, thank you for coming on in. You know, for whatever it's worth, I can't see where my hands are. I've got to reach for my cigar and got to make sure I'm not putting the smoked end in versus the back end. I don't know what's going on anymore, guys. Native Wildman, thank you so much for coming in. Guys, it's a great channel. You can still see the fire there flickering. It's hardwood, so it's burning hot. Wendy, thank you so much again for coming in. And if I have to put both you and Nez on timeout, I'm telling you, Gareth, Tinkerbell, thanks so much. Yeah, you are nuts. You're crazy. You guys are ludicrous. Cindy, how you doing? Guys, this lady, in a real short period of time, has really made a name for herself. Can she fish? She can fish. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. And she's a wonderful person. She has a great presence online. One of those people that's very welcoming and warm. You're gonna love her channel. Guys, I know one of my moderators is already putting up her link because I know how you guys work for the people you love. And thank you for putting up Skipjack Cindy's link. I appreciate that. Yeah, um, Nez and I go back, I'm thinking 2 years. I've only been on making videos for a year and a half. I think I've tried to figure it out the other day. 2020, 2021. I'm just trying to figure out June, July. I was on, made videos 6 months later, something like that. Anyway, the long story short is that Nez and I have mysteriously kept on reconnecting. Like I don't know how we met. I have no clue. But then we weren't frequent at each other's channels, and now I think we're frequent all the time. It's a great. She's a great friend on YouTube, and I appreciate you, Wendy. I really do. Those words are absolutely true. And guys, I was telling someone the other day, I don't go on a lot of lives late at night anymore. I'm focusing right now on some things that I need to get done, and that includes late at night. And for me, YouTube, with so many followers, I have to really limit my involvement during some hours just for sanity reasons. So understand that. Mandy, how you doing? Thanks for coming in, guys. Yeah, Mandy's Candy. She changed her channel name, but Mandy is so well recognized within some communities because who she is. But she's also an amazing supporter. And I put my lives on the worst times, guys, that you could ever put a live on. And I still get a pretty decent turnout. But what happens is you lose 99% of the people that can ever show up because they're busy with life. They have shop, they have home stuff, they have work, whatever it is. And Mandy's been here on my channel now for a year. And whenever she can stop in, which is not that often, but whenever she can stop in, she does. And it really means a lot because, guys, it's not how often you stop in. Because I have to go to I have to go to a guy. He has about 14,000 followers, and he does a program on Friday nights. And I'm not going to name the name. I just love the guy. But I have to tell him this is really hard for me to get to your programs because it's because that is the night I protect the most. And I've kind of been bending that rule to support him and his community. But Mandy's part of that community and part of a bigger community of multiple communities. And she's one of the best supporters I've seen out there, guys. The best supporters. And when I say that, I'm thinking Bud Files, right? I'm thinking Blistering Barnacles. I'm thinking Shaz, which is huge, but she just can't get around because she's got so many followers. But I'm thinking at the level of those guys, right, that are out there, that are hooking up with everyone. And I'll see people in here, and I'll recognize them for being a great supporter like that. But there's very few high level supporters like that. Mandy is one of those people that's right approaching that. And if you want to have people, guys, that are good on your channels that are going to be supportive of you, you got to be supportive of them. And I'm not all that supportive back because I'm so limited right now, guys. I'm really not on YouTube that much. Mandy, I think that was a compliment. I hope you took it as that. Amazing channel, guys. If someone will put up her channel, that'd be fantastic. So much for coming in. Thank you. And see, there's Gareth recognizing. Cindy, so good having you. That's I have feelings, Nez. Peggy, it's so great you can just chill with us tonight, dude. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, George. And guys, I'm so screwed up on chat because it keeps on dropping down. I've got 20 people in here and I haven't even done anything. It's like watching an old man drool on his pillow. I don't know what you're in here for, but yeah, no, it's I was thinking that Lauren and Tinkerbell did stuff together, and that makes sense because I'm just trying to put pieces together. I've got so many bits and pieces I'm assembling. Thanks, George. And by the way, guys, um, for those on here new, George is one of the guys that I bumped into on Mike's Fishing Home. Wendy is one of the people I bumped into on Mike's Fishing Home. Cindy is one of the people I bumped into on Mike's Fishing Home. 205 Wild Action is one of the guys I met on uh, Mike's Fishing Home. Um, 205 Local, I think. 215 Local is another one. It's amazing, guys, where you meet these people. And I'm going to tell you where it all started. This is the beginning of how important these small channels are, and why it's important to recognize the small channels and get to know these people. About a year and a half ago, I was wandering late at night and I met Robbie, which was Warrior's Heart Fishing. He was bass fishing. There was two people in his chat. I just hung out, introduced myself, didn't know anyone in the fishing community. And Mike's Fishing Home popped in and Lance Makuge popped in. That was it. That was it. Small feed, Robbie, 150, 250 people, fishing for bass on a little lake. Then the next thing, Mike went live. I had no idea it would be live. He had 700 people or 600 people or something like that. And I got in there and I start moderating for him. Everyone knows Mike. He's just an awesome dude. And then I met Lance. I saw him go live. And I met everyone I know on this channel almost exclusively in one way or another through that connection of those three people. It opened my eyes. And it was based on a channel I ran onto by accident that I was not subscribed to, Warrior Heart Fishing, Robbie. And it ran into Mike, then it ran into Lance, and then it ran into Wendy, and then it ran into John, and then it ran into 205, then it ran into 215. It ran into all these people. George even, from Fishing the Dream. Piggy Piddles, same thing. Native Wildman, same thing. Possum Outdoors, same thing. Mike's Fishing Home. I mean, it's such a small world, and it's important, guys, that the small channels, and we all know this, we're decent people in here, but the small channels, you can meet some incredible people, and you never know who they're going to be. I remember telling a person this too, guys, and I'll get rolling in chat here. This person was pretty well thought of. He was growing very fast, past the 1,000 mark in a year. Everyone liked him. Hog Deer, I think it was. And he was getting up there. And I said, you are one of the few people that could be a 100,000 person channel. And he goes, wow. I said, you have what it takes, potentially. But I said, the only thing I'm going to tell you is don't listen to anyone. Don't listen to anyone. Take their input, write it down. It seems pertinent. But you have hit such a stride here so quickly that you need to pay attention to what you're doing and not get distracted. Turns out he left YouTube. But he was one of the ones that I met really shortly after he began. And a very funny incident happened. Everyone here knows about this incident. This guy called me Johnny Smallpepper, right? And some people, all my haters that have the IQ of a lemon, think that really is a hurtful thing. It's not. It is the best name on YouTube because if you can be self-deprecating and have this name, and if you read the name, guys, if you read how I wrote the name, It's just as important as the person behind the name. And when he said it, he wrote me an email. He felt so bad. I'm not going to say what we talked about personally. When he said it, I said, dude, I get called that all the time. And you need not worry about that. Great person, a guy that left. And it's about small channels, guys. We all were a small channel. And, like Possum. Possum's the guy that spends his time doing lives. If he did, he does panel stuff with his fires. If you don't know Possum, you're missing a guy that I don't know where his accent comes from, and I have no idea what his parents were like, but I'd love to have met his parents. I love Possum, and I love Queen Possum. I want to meet his parents because they must have been some pretty fucking amazing people. Just because of what I hear from him. Those are the people that you want to, you cherish, right? And Possum is one of those people that if he did more content for what he did, I don't know if he'd have time in his life. So he does panels and stuff, and he's just one of those creatures of the community that, to me, is so unique, is so uniquely branded because of what he does that people love that. 252 is what I was talking about. 252, that's right. Is another guy I met on Mike's Fishing Home. That's what I was referring to earlier. I had the number wrong, sorry. But Possum Outdoors, huge channel, guys. Small. This guy, when he hits his stride, and I'm not sure if he's trying to hit stride, guys. I don't think that's important to him. He's one of those guys that I don't know if it matters, but this guy could have a channel that just explodes, period, just because of him. His brand, his character is so unique and so authentic that you can't help but be intrigued. If someone would share his link out, that'd be fantastic. Thanks for being here, bud. Well, I'll tell you, here, Nez, this is and I'm falling further behind, guys, and I'm losing people. Cheers, everyone. If you got to go, please take off. When I was attacked on YouTube, falsely, by the way, I did a whole series of videos, and they didn't like 2 of them, so they called me a fraud. That's not how it works, guys. That's how it works in 8th grade if you're stupid. But that's not how it works. It never has. It never will be. And people that do stuff that personally attack you, when they have their phone number, your email, your text messages, and your comments, and they personally attack you online. I could go into this for 3 hours, guys. Are not good people. They're just angry, mean people. They're narcissists, right? And when they do these things, when people attack you for whatever reason like that, you have to think, what is the best thing to do? And if you want to know ever what's the best thing to do when someone attacks you like that, you may be able to come up with a disclaimer. You may be able to come up with an explanation. But think about this. If they're going to attack you maliciously like that, and all their little posse of maggot ferrets are lining up themselves around themselves because they have not thought anything through that was said, there's nothing you can say. There's no amount of detail. There's no truth that can be told. There's no lie that can be told. There's nothing that can be said that can not make what they believe falsely to be wrong. It's never going to happen. So the best thing you can do is cut them with 1,000 knives. Cut them with 1,000 blades of paper. And that is, don't say anything to them. Don't give them the recognition. And they will destroy themselves. They will destroy themselves. And they do. They destroy themselves. And they're little flying monkeys that fly around them and don't realize that they're being used and manipulated. That's okay. What you really need to understand, guys, is the people that are out here, and there's tons of them on YouTube, have a very tough go of it. And there are, because they have a tough go of it, they're going to surround themselves with people like them, whether they're toxic, positive, negative, hateful, loving, kind, um, um, inspirational, whatever those traits are. They're going to surround themselves because people go to the people likes like. And I'm going to give you an explanation here. If you get a marker on your table, right? Your Formica table, or your Formica countertop, or your marble countertop, and you want to know how to get it off, what chemical do I use? You take the same marker, you go over the marker, and you wipe it off immediately. Like dissolves like. Well, like attracts like. We all know that. And if you want to know how to find bad people, what you do is you go to the last 3 videos they've done, and then you go 2 months prior to find out what those same people, the people that are on there, and you'll find all the new people that are on that have come in the last 2 months, and all the people that are consistent, and you'll be able to notice the alignment of their what they say in the videos, and you'll be able to tell pretty instantly if you want to be part of that community. And many times you can spot it, sometimes you can't. But Nez, I do. I'm trying to catch up here, guys. Give me a second. Fishing time. Let's go. Uh, guys, I'm gonna blow the name of the lake you go. La Valliere. I'm gonna blow it. But fishing time. Let's go. Does games and he does fishing, and he catches. These are not record-setting fish, guys. But this is a guy that loves going out fishing. He goes out to his lake. He knows where to fish. He knows how to catch them, and he shares his lures and stuff. And he's a great guy. Fishing time, let's go. If someone would share his link, that'd be great. It's great having you here, man. Well, I'm drinking Four Roses right now, Native Wild Man. Um, I have Reserve inside. I just finished up another bottle of Four Roses about 5 months ago, and I haven't had any since. This is the first bourbon I've had in months, because I'm trying to get off of drinking. I'm just not finding it to be that great. Tonight's just perfect with cigar. Yeah, well, you could have, Nez. I think it's true. I think I'm on my 3rd glass. No, I think I am. I think I'm on my 3rd glass, my same cigar. Um, Mamshi Bing, Mamshi, you poor woman. I don't know what you're doing up right now. Mamshi Bing is in the Philippines, and she's my dear friend from the Philippines. We talk offline too. She cooks. She has a program. And I was on her channel the other day, and her channel is exploding, guys. Um, and she's just such a sweet woman. But anyway, she does this cooking stuff, and she does her show. She sings. You don't want to hear me sing, guys. If you want to hear me sing, it's over with. Mom Pete Bing, thanks for coming on in. I'm gonna try to get caught up here. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years. And everyone needs to tell you, guys. Thank you, Nez. Everyone needs to tell you, um, thank you for sharing links, Fishing Time, that YouTube is not easy. If you're any good at what you do, you're going to be hated. If you're any good at what you do, you're going to be hated upon, because the haters cannot be you. They cannot be loved like you. They cannot be appreciated like you. They cannot get the attention like you. And then there are the exceptions, right, guys? There are the exceptions. And wow, I got feelings. I got feelings. Yeah, well, it's guys. I'm really a big proponent of non-drinking. I really am, and I'm not following it too well. Now, let me explain that so people don't get mad at me. Mm, 1 second. Feel free to take off, guys. We've been on for 3 hours. I believe that you get one shot at this life. One shot. Period. And I believe any distraction from you fulfilling your goals to be everything you need to be fulfilled is a shame. And I believe sometimes that could be the way. Oh, a small, no, guys, um, my original channel name was Johnny Smallpepper. Johnny Smallpepper. And I changed it because it was not who I am. My channel was after a person who's a very big name in a community who's a sham. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And I changed it because it was below me, and I have to represent me. Thank you, Mom. She's so much for being here. You almost need a translator. You're right, Wendy, for possum. And for whatever that means, guys, when you listen to possum, you're going to want to spend time to learn and decode. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate you, Kim. You know I appreciate you, possum. Absolutely do. I do Gareth as well. Kim, everyone here. Look at the people. In Fishing Time, we met. I don't know how I met Fishing Time. Let's go. Obviously a fishing channel. But you meet people at the weirdest time, guys, and it's important to. Some of my best relationships on YouTube are from people that I met off the cuff. Big Matt, another one. Steve, Backwoods Misfit. I love him, the man. He's a good, solid dude, and I love his. He went hunting the other day, and it just warmed my heart. Piss him outdoors. John caught it. I'm trying to catch up because YouTube is just screwing with me. Thank you, Gareth. I'm in the middle of the campground laughing in the middle of the night. That's gonna earn good neighbors. Yeah, it's awesome, dude. Yeah, and that's true. Idiots are gonna be idiots, guys. We all know that. I'm trying to catch up. I'm just skipping a few. Diwali, Del Valley, Del Val. I think that's how you say it, Del Val. Right. Thank you for clarifying that. That's I try to know these guys, and I try to know you guys as well. And I will say, Nez, that's not. Oh my God, that's a lot of drinks. Cheers. That's right. Um, Thank you, Momshi. You can go back to sleep. You don't need to be in here. I swear to God, you're just okay. You get the awards for just being awesome. Muskrat, muskrat, candlelight. That's all I know right now. I have to. I actually knew the whole song. Guys, here's a story. I was sitting with the president of the company, and we just gone bar hopping. We went to 10 bars, with cabs and walking and stuff. And I said, the only thing that would top this night off is Muskrat Love. And this guy, and I was 46 at the time. He was 27. So smart he was. Started singing Muskrat Love. He sang the whole song. I bought him a drink. Yeah, I like Four Roses. I'm not a bourbon snob at all. I'm not a cigar snob at all. I like a good cigar. The ones I've got left, yeah. See, that's where I'm at. I believe everything in moderation is good. But this guy sang the song. I'll never forget that as long as I live. Ever. Will never forget that. Ever. Johanna Hanna, thank you so much for being in here. Another one of these great channels, guys. I just saw her. I just couldn't keep up this weekend, guys. I haven't been making it to anyone's channels or anything. I just been taking it off. I just needed a break. Johanna Hanna is one of those channels where you can meet all these people that you've never met, and she's a wonderful person. I love engaging her on her channel. Thank you so much for being in here. If someone would share Fishing Time Let's Go as well as Johanna Hanna, that would be fantastic. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Thank you, Johanna Hanna. Thank you so much for being in here. Oh, I don't. Let me see if I caught up. This is going to spaz me. We only got 14 in here, guys. That's not bad. But for whatever it is, I go to Johanna. I think she comes on at 1 in the morning, and I don't. I'm making the international scene about once every or twice a week, a month. Pardon me, a week at best. It's because it's so hard to keep up. Thank you so much, Gareth. I can't believe you're still checking in on this, Gareth. You're awesome. Kim, I appreciate you. Caesar, Sweto, thank you so much for being in here. Huckleberry, great having you. You know, Peggy, the fact that you've been in here on and off, and you didn't have to be. Thank you so much. It means the world. I know, again, I say this all the time. And you're my inspiration. You and Aileen are my inspiration for saying it. If people aren't on your channel the way you want them to be, it's because of life. It's because of obligations you cannot imagine burdening. It's because of a book of rules that they were never handed in all their life that they had to deal with. And I really mean that. We all think that, you put up, and guys, I think we all know the levity here, as well as the real life meaning I'm trying to put into this. This is not a life moment, but we all put up a video, let's say, of catching a carp, of putting a pan of pizza that we just pulled out of the oven, that we unwrapped out of a wrapper, and we have a video, right? And so we think that we need all these views, and people are going to come and view this. What we have to realize is what we just put up. Is it worth people's time? And if you know what's going on in your life, and like, for instance, I bet you I could go to half the 50% of the people in here right now, and I would say that their life is so stressful and so filled with events that it is almost impossible to fathom. Then you realize how important what I'm saying is, that you need to understand that if a person makes it, like, Mandy's Candy came in, Fishing Time Let's Go, I'm just trying to think, Nick, from I Am the Noise Opera, uh, um, Relic Reaper Outdoors, or Metal Detecting. These guys would love to come into my channel all the time. They just can't do it. They can't do it. And it's all based on my understanding from Piggy. All based on my understanding from Piggy. So when he talks, guys, there's stuff that you need to listen to. Or I think you'd want to listen to it. I think that's the best thing. Thank you all for being in here. Yeah, and I really appreciate this, guys. Guys, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to call it a night. I want to thank. No, that's okay, guys. I want to thank everyone for being in here. I want to thank all the moderators. Number one, the moderators. If you shared a link or welcomed anyone in this chat, thank you. If you did anything to reach out to someone, thank you. This is the greatest group of people. This is the greatest family. I'm so proud to be a part of this and have so many wonderful people to be part of the stream and, part of my family. I hope you feel that my support back is equally is heartfelt. And until tomorrow, guys, when I'm going to be doing some peppers again, and I will be preparing, I'll be having some protein before. I want to thank each and every one of you for spending these hours chatting, meeting up with people, and being part of the family. Have a great night, everyone, and I wish you a better tomorrow. I hope all of you have a fantastic night. Be safe.